Hi there, we're going to show you today how to create an email signature for any email platform without having to use code or anything of that nature, absolutely free of charge. This website here, which I'll put a link into in the video below, is a HubSpot email signature generator. And so as you can see as we scroll down, here is the completed version. And so we have 5 sections here that we can complete. So you can put whatever information you want to into each field. And let's, for argument's sake, say I'm going to take out the address. And if you look to the right side under the preview, you'll see once it's deleted, it automatically deletes from the preview. If I paste it back in, it shows up again, and it'll automatically populate it with P for phone, A for address, W for web address, and so on. The photograph here, you will need to use a URL of where you're hosting your image. So it must be online somewhere, and you will have to take the URL that it's located in and paste it into this section. You cannot upload an image in order for this to work. So that's one of the only caveats that you'll have to make sure you're aware of. When we come into the social section here, as you'll see, we've got 3 little buttons here for Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Go ahead and put your own profiles in there. There's also one for Instagram. The style section allows you now to change the layout of how this preview will look. So right now we're using the image left to column, but you can now just use image top and bottom, and you'll see the preview, it changes automatically. You can use the top version, below the name. So you've got lots of different versions to work with. Just depends on which one you like. The next one is the featured color. So you can click on that and you can click and drag it around, and you'll see on the preview side how the name John Doe and the line in the middle changes. And then if you want to change it to a completely different color, you can bring it into the color slider here, or you can use the hex code if you know what that is and place it in there. You can change your text color from black to any other color. The link color you can also change. Right now it's we've got it in blue. Let's say we wanted to move that into the red. There we go, and it's added in there. And then we can also change the font size from small to medium to large for whatever aesthetic purposes you prefer. The next is a CTA button, and this is the CTA I've put in here. If you don't want that, essentially what you're going to do is you can take it out and it will just remove it and there'll be nothing underneath it. But if you want to put in a CTA button, which basically is a call to action button that will link to a link that you want them to go to, in this case we're just using a home page, you will have to paste again the image URL of where it's located. So for right now, we can just say, you know what, we're just going to take it out. We don't really need one. So we're going to just leave it as it is. The certification section is only more related to if you're related to HubSpot in some way and you have some certifications. So once you've done this, you can then click on the create signature. Either blue button will do. Now, if you've done this for the first time, there's about 4 questions they're going to ask you about how big's your company. Are you a marketing agency or something like that? You can go ahead and fill in that information. You have to in order to get to this stage, and so it's fairly harmless. They're just looking for some information about how people are using this specific tool. So if you know how to add HTML code into templates of email templates, then you can use the source code. If you don't, you can just click this button here that says select signature, and essentially it's going to highlight this whole section here. Let me just come back to the editor and we'll do this again. Click select signature and you can see it just highlights it, and then all you do is right click on it and click copy. So for those of you who know how to do this from here on in, who know how to copy and paste into certain email templates, we'll leave it at that and you can be on your way, so to speak. For those of you who would like to see how it's imported into Outlook, stay tuned. We're going to show you how to put that in right now. Okay, for those of you who are trying to put this into Outlook, again, we're going to right click and hit copy on that information. We are now going to go over to Outlook, and you're going to hit File in the upper left corner. For those of you who are on Outlook 2016 and so forth, if you have earlier versions, you'll do the same thing. I think it's on the upper part of the menu bar in the upper left corner. Click File, and you're going to go to Options. In the Options section, you're then going to choose Mail. Now that you choose Mail, the first section you're looking for is Signatures. Click on Signatures. Now that you're there, you're going to click on New, and in this case we'll just call this Test 2 because I've created one before. And then in the body of the signature, you're now going to hit Control V to paste that information we just copied from the HubSpot signature page. Once you put that in there, just click OK, click OK again, and then when we click New Email to add your signature, that's mine, so I'm just going to take that off, add your signature, I'm going to use Test 2, and there it is. Simple as that. It's perfect to add to any email program, and you can change it whenever you want just by going back to that editor or going into the source code and changing it from there. Hope that helps. Thanks now.